Greetings and salutations, fellow YouTubians. My name's Terry Andrews Jr., also known as the J5 Guru. Please excuse the noise. I got my CR10S Pro running, printing out some parts. Johnny 5 parts, of course. So, yeah, Ryan Howard recently posted a really good introduction to himself in his Johnny 5 build, his video. And he brought up something he mentioned about the waste motor, and I think some modifications he was going to make from the Anaheim Automation's motor that I used in the design. And that got me to thinking. There's a portion, I think years ago I had a video of this up, but so I'm going to outline it again. It concerns these two kind of cams here, this locking bushing and this cam, and the switch that's in here. Let me get the motor out of the way here. Let me just hide that. So you'll see that there's this potentiometer, which is a feedback potentiometer for the motor controller servo amp, to tell the to tell the servo amp at what position the Johnny 5 upper torso is rotated to. And then a lot of people probably are like, well, what is this funky little thing here? It's labeled in here as a safety switch. I refer to it as the Jesus switch, because basically if there is a lead that comes off of this feedback potentiometer during operation, or there's a software error, or any one of a number of possible malfunctions happens. If this switch does not operate as intended, then the only thing that's going to save your Johnny 5 from utter destruction is Jesus. So that's why I call it the Jesus switch. Okay, so let's go to that actual assembly itself. And I just want to do a quick explanation as to how it works. So we have these two pieces here. Well, these two main pieces, okay? And this particular piece here attaches to the shaft that goes down through. Remember, we have power wires and data wires that go up through the waste motor assembly. And if that continues to rotate over 360 degrees, just for whatever reason, those wires will get annihilated and just all kinds of havoc will happen. So I decided that putting in a safety system was of the utmost importance to prevent it, to allow it to rotate 360 degrees, so from full forward, 180 degrees back, and then back the other direction, a full 360 degrees, so it can look backwards from either direction. But of course, in doing so, if you can't hit that 360 degree mark and have a safety switch cutoff without this sort of a mechanism in there. So let me show you what's going on. So I have to do a transparent on this. Okay. So you'll see in here, let me rotate this around. This is actually in the wrong position for this particular demonstration. Okay. So in this position here, this pin would be representative of the front of the robot. Okay, which direction it's facing. And right now it's facing pretty much straight forward. Okay. So you can get, you can see here it's rotating, and you can get almost 360 degrees, but not quite. Please excuse the back portion moving there. But what happens is when you go to reach that 360 degree, that 180 degrees all the way back, so J5's looking straight behind him like you did in the movie, what happens is this pin comes up and it hits the secondary cam pin. Okay. Oops, trying to do this here. It's not easy in SolidWorks. It hits that pin, at which point it will go over a little bit, okay? And if it looks straight back, everything's still fine. The motor and everything will have stopped at that point. And the Jesus switch or safety switch has not been activated, okay? But if a feedback wire comes loose, something goes seriously wrong with the system. This cam continues to get pushed by this pin and activates the switch. What this switch does serves two purposes. Since the upper torso is quite heavy, has a lot of mass, it, one, interrupts the power from the motor, while simultaneously shorting out the wire leads through a low resistance power resistor. So effectively, the motor becomes a brake. So it slows down and just stops that rotation, pretty much dead in its tracks as soon as the switch is activated. Okay, so it cuts the power and shorts the motor wire leads out and stops it. Now, at that point, if you try to rotate back forward, okay, that back cam is not going to allow you. It's not going to move because what there is inside of here, change transparency, there is a neoprene, actually a Buna and O-ring that is in there. And what that does is it prevents that cam from being able to spin on its own. There's a little bit of lubrication in there, but it provides just enough friction so that it will not move on its own. So you have to manually, in order to get that torso to re-engage or re-energize, you have to manually reach in there and move that cam back to its neutral position, or rotate Johnny 5's upper torso all the way around to the other side, okay, until this pin comes up, hits this pin. Let's say it's like that. It's in the tripped position. It hits this pin, at which point it will then push that cam back to neutral. Okay, I did that for a reason. You say, why isn't that like on springs so it self-resets? Very simple, because there's a reason that system tripped, and it's because there was a malfunction. Something is wrong. This forces you to find out why did that thing over rotate? Why did this malfunction occur? It forces you to look at the wiring, the software, the hardware. Did something come loose? Whatever. It forces you to take proactive measures to determine why that switch activated. Okay, so there we go. That's the basic long and short of it. This is a must in your J5, whether you're using whatever you're using to rotate the waste. Remember, this thing is large and in charge and powerful, and if that motor is spinning, you may not be able to get near the robot to hit the e-stop, or the e-stop, the remote e-stop may not be working, and you can't get near the one on the robot. And it's spinning fast enough that by the time you actually get to it, the damage may already be occurring. The wires may already be, getting twisted around so much that they're now ripping themselves loose. All HE double toothpicks is, breaking loose. So yeah, that's why this is in here, and that's why it's important that it remains in there as a safety feature. I did this for you folks and for me. Peace of mind, thinking ahead, not if something malfunctions, but when it malfunctions. So there you go, Ryan Howard. Hope this helped you out. I know a lot of people look at this and go, what? Why is that silly thing in there? it serves a very important purpose. And yeah, Ryan, your video, yeah, your introductory video, loved it. Yeah. Will you go mad? Absolutely. Understanding wife, oh yeah. Or significant other, um, yeah, gotta have that. And you don't need the latest and greatest tools, you know. The old stuff is actually much preferred. It's much more robust. It was built to last. Modest means and some knowledge will get you very far in this project. But there we go. So this is one of those things I thought I would throw out there for yourself. I didn't see it on. I went through my YouTube channel. Dear God, I got a lot of videos. Um, I couldn't find this on there. I know I hit upon it at some point in the past, but I couldn't find it. So, okay, 12 minutes is long enough. Enough of my babbling. All right, J5 Guru saying bye for now and be safe. And as always, the monkey pushes the freaking button.